I actually found this poem, her poem, which is called Don't Call Me Refugee, My Name is Lamia. I found it online. I was looking a couple of years ago for inspiration, and I came across a website that was a bunch of poetry that was written by child refugees. And this one really stood out to me. Don't Call Me Refugee, My Name is Lamia. And I thought, well, let me take a shot at contacting the publisher because it was copyrighted, it was published. And so I reached out I found the information, and I found an email address, and I reached out to Betty Blair, who owns the online magazine called Azerbaijan International. And I contacted her. I told her about the project. I said, I would like to bring awareness to the crisis that we have in this world, the child refugee crisis. And she was very, very eager to help out. And also, I decided that since Lamia was a refugee, and also because of those very tragic beginnings, and because she was the inspiration behind the poem, that I didn't feel right keeping the whole entire commission. So I was able to work it out with Betty that Betty does travel over to Azerbaijan from time to time. And so what I did is I decided 50% of the commission fee would go to Lamia and her family. So at that point, actually, I talked to her about that, and she didn't know where Lamia was. She had been in contact with her back when she was 9 years old, living on the riverside. But she was very intent on finding her. And she did. So Lamia never actually moved away from Baku in Azerbaijan. She lost her village. Baku is the capital of Azerbaijan. And she did live, by the riverside and was homeless for a while with her family. She was a refugee. But I guess the political situation changed, and they ended up, well, I don't know exactly the story between when she was a refugee and now, but she does have 2 children. I believe she's a teacher. And the consortium, which is now closed, now we're transferring over to second season for those people that are interested in the project. But the consortium actually raised $1,000 for her and her family. And that's really cool because that actually provides probably around 3 or 4 months rent for where they're living, which, as far as I understand, which, is, it really feels good to be able to do that for somebody who went through what she did, and for her to put on paper a poem that is going to be sung by hundreds and hundreds of kids this particular season, and adults, because there are multiple levels of groups that are involved in the consortium. That's a really powerful message to share with people. And so it just feels good to be able to do something for her, because by her expressing her feelings, by her at 9 years old being able to express what she was feeling, she spoke for a lot of kids. Well, for a lot of people overall, but especially for a lot of kids. And it was really important for her to express what she was feeling. And now that message is going to be put to or has been put to music, and is going to be sung by a lot of kids.